Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days.
Hello
Arsenal
everyone,
versus
and
Manchester
welcome to
United will
Old Trafford.
always be a major date on the
Manchester
footballing
United
calendar. There might have been a
against
shift in the
Arsenal.
bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged: they cannot stand losing to each other. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. Well, this is undoubtedly a mouth-watering encounter. Certainly it has played a significant part in the history of the English game.
You can always count on there being something dramatic happening.
Havertz! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Has to go back here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Šeško! Space for him to turn and look. Driven in. And that has been knocked clear.
Matheus Cunha clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Eze going forward. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, this striker, Benjamin Sesko, is someone I really like the look of, Peter, because everything about him screams target man. But for me, he's much better when the ball's on the deck. It's all about his speed on the counter and the way he cleverly attacks the space behind opposition defences.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Shoots! Goal! Arsenal! Arsenal take the lead.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Arsenal have fired themselves in front.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
That is a brilliant interception. Rice. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That's a lovely, neat pass. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Eze. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Menu, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And he's picked out the run. Rice. Oh, well played, well played.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Played out towards the right wing. Well timed, excellent interception. Havertz. Eze. 15 minutes till half-time. It's not an especially good pass, that. That's going wide left. Bruno Fernandes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's gone searching crossfield. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there. Great vision. And that has left him in a heap. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Well, played right into his path. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Oh, they could be caught out here.
Manchester United truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. Burmo.
That's good play from him.
Now Menu. Gabriel. Eze. Havertz. Oh, easy pickings there. Menu. Nicely spread. Norgard. Now it's Havertz.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Heaven gets it. So, a temporary halt to the action. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Manchester United currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Manchester United can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Rice. Now it's Rice. Now it's Havertz. Rice. Now this could be a chance. Rice was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh, that's a key interception. Havertz.
A beautifully policed...
Can he finish? It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
987.
Rice. No, that was never going to make it. Šeško being watched hawkishly here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Gyökeres, and he's running, he's having a shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Gyökeres actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Arsenal have their second corner now. Cleared without hesitation. Tries to play it through. That's good play. Calafiori. Bruno Fernandes. The message is clear. None shall pass. Havertz. And the shot! Heavenly from Havertz! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes.
Gyökeres really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Now it's Havertz. Timber providing an outlet on that flank. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And It's Rice. Eze. Great defending, strong and determined. Menu makes a dash for it. Now it's Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Havertz. The ball is bounced loose now. Oh, he's been caught napping. He saw the danger and he went crashing in. De Ligt did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Manchester United really have been second best here. Second to every ball, and they can't have any complaints about where they are now. The good thing is they haven't given up, but it's not looking favourable.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. Passing is crisp and sharp. Šeško. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Played with finesse. He's in a good position here. Tries a shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Burmo. No unnecessary. And that will be it. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile. Welcome to one of English football's red-letter days. Arsenal versus Manchester United will always be a major date on the footballing calendar. There might have been a shift in the bigger picture and indeed the power balance since the days when both these teams were perennial winners. But one thing remains unchanged. They cannot stand losing to each other. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Zirkzee! Brilliant from Joshua Zirkzee!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Arsenal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. White. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that's aimed into the middle. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And here's Havertz. Gabriel Jesus receives it in a good position here. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. And it's Rice. And he cuts out the supply. And here's Jesus. Oh, nice one too, and the shot! And that has fair fizzed.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Tries to get it clear. Whistle's gone, that's foul. So, what can they come up with here?
We could be looking at a game-changing moment.
Eze, lobbed in behind. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Zirkzee. Now it's Zirkzee. Oh, he's bustling through here. Casemiro. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Menu. Nice bit of trickery. Bruno Fernandes. Saliba did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. This is a promising build-up. Havertz. Rice. And it's Rice.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Getting up there! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, if you give him something to attack in the air, he's most likely to get there. It's what he does best.
Diogo Dalot. Casemiro. Menu, who's set up one goal so far. No, that's been intercepted. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Subimendi. And here's Eze. Look at the space here. He's a sharp little ball here. It's Gabriel Jesus! Menu. That has not gone well. Pass is just off target. Bruno Fernandes. Searching pass he's played there. Not the most accurate pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Half an hour played now. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Pass somewhat off target. Menu looking to pass their way up the pitch. Saliba spots it and intercepts.
Gabriel Jesus.
Oh, strongly challenged there. Gabriel Jesus has been caught there, it's a foul.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Stood up well to him there. Menu. Mathias Cunha.
There they go, hunting again.
Diogo Dallo. It's a searching pass. Gabriel gets across to intercept that. Bruno Fernandes is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
White. Oh, he's found support out wide. And that is well cleared. Taken back almost at once. Played it again. Gabriel Jesus! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Bruno Fernandes. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Well read, nice interception. Saka. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now this could be a chance. Rice gets a foot in here. Zirkzee showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
There will be 1
And
minute.
the finish! Superb from Gabriel Jesus! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Arsenal are...
And for the first half, that is that. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
So 45 minutes of uncompromising football, and at the break, it's one each. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Salmon. Rice. Now Subimendi. Gabriel. White. Gabriel. White providing an outlet on that flank. And here's Jesus. Spread out to the left. Gabriel Jesus. Added Subimendi. Passing nice and neat. The interplay was really good, but that's where it stops.
Eze really did pass up on a good opportunity then, but some of the build-up play was absolutely majestic.
Corner number 2 then. Heaven clears it away.
Well, that might be the first time they've gone long, Peter. They've clearly been told to try something different.
There's the shot! Oh, he's been caught on it here. Saka. Oh, that's fabulous. Great chance! Goal! Arsenal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
The attendance for this match was
Arsenal
71,550.
have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That's tidy.
Manchester United really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Arsenal clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's played it back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Shot could be on. Can he get on the end of it? And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, now here's a good battle. Bicep to bicep. Havertz! Havertz! Matheus Cunha being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Can he finish? It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Arsenal now in a position far more desirable.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Now it's Eze. Backward it goes. Gabriel Jesus! And again! Casemiro. Matheus Cunha. Looking to play him in. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, it's a great ball here. Cunha unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Eze. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now it's Gabriel Jesus. Rice. Oh, that was vital. Bruno Fernandes. Now Menu. And they can counter here. That is good alertness. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
There will
Rice.
be 1 minute added
Pass is
time.
coming off in quick succession here.
Diogo Dalot.
So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. He is through here. And that will be it. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the
Unlucky,
game.
lads. Let's hope for better luck
Thoughts
next
on what
time.
we've just seen?
Well, you can never predict the results of these games, as your usual indicators like form become pretty irrelevant. It's a tough one to take, but these players have got what it takes to come back from this.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all the
welcome to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So, straight into the action. Now it's Cruyff. Cruyff. Well, there is the steely focus of the man many would readily vote as the world's greatest. It was January 2018 that Virgil van Dijk first wore the famous red shirt. So I wonder, Jim, does he still... Yeah, he's fouled him there. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Pull it. Sylvestre, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Now it's Hullet. Cruyff. That has not gone well. Nothing much to report on so far. Each side waiting to make their first move. More and more pressure on the ball here. Mateus. Gyökeres. Now, can they get him away? Rudiger.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And this is Pato.
Alexander Pato really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Cruyff. Caceres has it out wide and in space.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Cruyff plays it short. That'll be a throw-in. Not the most accurate pass. That is a brilliant interception. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Cannavaro. Sylvestre is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Goes looking wide. Takes aim and cross. And a header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Oh, terrible pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Sylvestre. Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Hullet, the magician-in-chief, his feet twinkling. Can he get it through? Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Ambitious ball here. Could be danger here, and the shot! There it is! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yes, the movement was very good, but the defence made it way too easy.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Hullet did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. Lan. And he's quick to snatch it back.
Kuching City truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Cruyff. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Hullet. Silvestre. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Shot, surely! And he's really put himself on the line here. It's their second corner of the game. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Kuching City have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Pato.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Cruyff.
There will
Pass
be
is
1
coming
minute
off in
added
quick
time.
succession here. Chance here to counter. Adriano. It's a pretty loose pass. And that is the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Kuching City go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Some really good ball movement. Cross goes in there. Towering header! He will be livid with himself. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Hullet. Silvestre. Aimed beyond the defence. Ah, that's a fine interception. Elbow goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Pato being hunted in packs.
Yeah, what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Delivered across. And he's had it nicked away. Cruyff. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, there really isn't enough happening up front, Peter. They just haven't been afforded much by way of creating.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Oh, he's burst. Big chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
So, third corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Cáceres. And he stands tall, impenetrable. Another corner. Any better luck this time round?
Substitution on the field.
Corner number 4 coming up here.
Stojkovic. Coming on to replace him is number 15, Schneider.
Mateus. It's a good spell of possession, this. Tries to get it clear. Kuching City are looking to go forward now. That's a little off target. And that's been won straight back. Schneider. Knocks it into space. Kuching City, perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Cruyff. And it's Rijkaard. And here's Hullet. Cruyff. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Schneider plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. The ball has bounced loose now. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Hullet. Cruyff. Gyökeres. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Substitution.
Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Look at the space. Rui Costa! Oh, and that should have been two.
Rui Costa has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
They're up to 5 corners now. And it's been taken short.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Schneider. Shot goal! And the difference is still 1, but only just.
Oh, they really needed him to put that away.
Kuching City very much running into the last chance saloon.
Well, I like to see, Peter, that they haven't given up yet, so the spirit burns on.
And it's Musiala.
Kuching City really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Probing pass. And he's cut it out. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Cáceres. Mateus. This is a promising build-up. This is Batistuta. And he's picked it up out wide. Driven in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And it's Cáceres. Oh, he's been caught napping. He whips it across. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. That's it. There will be time for no more. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final.